Okay, so the interior is obviously a mess right now because I'm doing all kinds of fitting and test fitting, and I went to a big sailboat swap meet the other day and I picked up a freshwater pump, and it works, but it needs to be rebuilt. And then if we pan around over here, we can see something else I picked up, my vintage shore power plug here. These are $98 when you buy them new. I found this one for $5 at the swap meet, so that's a nice thing to get the boat equipped. But that's another system. The system I'm working on today is down here in the V-berth, and this is kind of a mess right now, but I guess the idea here is originally the owner of this boat way back in the day, I guess, sealed this V-berth storage compartment off and punched a hole there and punched a hole down there and just filled this thing full of water. Now, the reason it's a bad idea is because all kinds of nasty things grow in there, and 4200 or 5200 even, the wood down to it. So when I separated this, which was really hard, it was black mold everywhere. And, you don't want to drink black mold. I mean, it's spores, it's bad, it will make you extremely sick very quickly. So what we did is I ripped that off. I had a new one made here. This is just, you can see it's just fiberboard, plywood, so that's the new one. And I bleached all this and cleaned it out and punched a bigger hole through the little storage area there to allow for this 1-inch freshwater hose, which is new as well, to come through. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put in our tank into this space, and we're going to plumb our fittings in so that it feeds in through the top, vents at the top, and then it feeds water out through that center hole down there, which I think is like, I don't know, a 1/2 inch diameter or so. And then that has to travel all the way down the bilge area to the sink all the way over there. So it's kind of a process, believe it or not. Excuse the Shaco cam, but here is the water tank. They come with predetermined holes, and some of them are quite inconvenient sized. This top one's designed to be a filler, the bottom one's going to be plugged, and then this bottom one will be a freshwater out, and then this top one will be a vent. You have to vent the system. So that's a 9-gallon is what we're going to have aboard this boat, which doesn't seem like a lot for freshwater, but it is not drinking water. That is actually just sink water. So that'll be just fine for that, for cleaning dishes and, basically just cleaning dishes. We bring our own freshwater. I bring my own freshwater on board. So kind of hard to see here, but this line right here is going out to the top side, and it's a very convenient place for it to be because it's pretty much out of sight. And then this is kind of a cool storage idea I came up with. I've got my Boston's chair there, and then I've got this nice clothes storage right here. These are a lifesaver. These are Ziploc bags. They're gigantic. They're awesome. I recommend putting all your bedding in those so that when you cruise, your bedding is dry. Because my boat is dry, but just Seattle rains a lot, so stuff gets really damp no matter what. Here is all my bedding. You can kind of see it's all zip locked up in there and airtight. So that's pretty cool. And then I just have some line stored up here and whatnot. Just life vests, all that jazz. So there you go, there's that. And so it's a process, but anyway, we'll get some more footage of me when I get the fittings in, and I'll show you how I strap it down and show you the end result. Ultimately, most of these you want to keep manual, I think, because electricity is cool for like hot water shower plumbing or hose downs or anything that you can spare the power. But I think when you're doing a sink, you definitely want to control the water so you don't pump out too much while you're washing dishes. And if you've got a foot pump, it's great. I've pulled this thing off, and I'm going to I've removed the valve assembly from it. It's a fun spray pump. It's brass. It's real old, so it looks neat. And what I've done is I've removed all the internals and capped the top of it off, so it's just going to be a free-flowing situation with a ball valve in the bottom, so it won't suck back. So we'll be able to pump at the floor somewhere, and it'll come out, and that'll be that. Anyway, you know, more and more systems getting updated here and there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and look up for some more videos when I get closer.